Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Alex and in this series of videos, I'm going to explain our process for keeping the warehouses clean and tidy in our colony. It's a bit extreme, but with the help of my best builders we got it done. So if your colony has grown and you are no longer faced with food and supply shortages constantly in your colony, and move to the phase where all the saddles your fisherman keeps giving you filled up your warehouse, then this video is for you. Or if you just enjoy storage tech, you can see some pretty amazing designs put to use in my colony. So let's get started. I really like the design of the medieval oak storage building, so I didn't want to mess up the interior at all. Also, I wanted to make sure, if I had to repair the storage hut, it wouldn't completely destroy my machine. So there are just a few things added to the blueprint that are visible in the building. The first is the decoration controller for the blueprint. It is right above the hut block for the storage building. There is also a level to start dumping all the contents of the building. I plan to move it to right above the blueprint, but haven't got to that yet. Also, the back of this piston will be moved as well in the final design. The only thing I don't like but I can't figure out a solution for is on the back side. There is this observer that you can see under this shelf. But I will have to live with it. So the plan is to dump every item from the warehouse. That's 82 racks with 54 slots that can hold up to 64 items. That's 283,392 items. Some will be 16 stackable. Some will be non-stackable, but will still be around 250,000 items. No normal sorting system can do that in under 10 minutes. I mean, if you look on YouTube, you will see videos like this. 100,000 in an hour. Guys, can you knock it off? I'm filming here. Where was I? Oh yeah, if you look on YouTube, you will see videos like this. 100,000 in an hour. We need 2.5 times that in 10 minutes. But we are not going to stop there. We are also going to set par levels for what is returned to the warehouse. And also we are going to compact everything we can. So iron nuggets into iron ingots into iron blocks, and so on. You get the idea. I'm using Minecolonies on 1.2.1, so have the Autocrafter block to do this. If you wanted to use these blueprints in your colony, but you are not using 1.21 yet, don't worry, you can leave this step out. So here is the first machine. It uses stacked minecarts to empty the entire warehouse. This is possible because Minecolony huts have a cool property where you can add items into the racks as well as take them out of the rack by using a hopper to put them into the hut block, and they automatically fill the shelves first, and only when they are full does the actual hut block start filling up. In this example, the chest is where the hut block is in the warehouse. The design I ended up with uses 54 hopper minecarts to drain the inventory of the storage hut. So all those carts are filling up at the same time. That empties the warehouse super fast. But we can't just stack up 500 minecarts and drain the warehouse all at once. We are going to need to move these items super fast, and the only way to do that is to keep them in entity form. So we have to worry about them despawning if we keep them like this for more than 5 minutes. So I use batches of 54 minecarts to prevent this. I was shooting for a target of 5 minutes to empty the warehouse. We have 10 minutes in a Minecraft night, but we still need to sort those items and get them back into the warehouse, so 5 minutes seemed like a good goal. So in my testing it took between 5 minutes and 30 seconds and 6 minutes and 30 seconds depending on the mix of items. 16 stackable and non-stackable take longer. I can hit the 5-minute goal if I reduce the amount of non-stackable items to almost zero with another trick. So we will call that good enough. We are going to start sorting and compacting immediately, so running a little over the 5 minutes is okay. Here is how the first machine looks when built under the warehouse. The design is actually pretty simple, and the builder has no trouble building it correctly. I've had a builder build it several times just to be sure. The only thing that has to be done after it is built is this block nest to hut block will be missing. You need to break this rail and then fill up the chest with 54 minecarts. Then add this block back in. There is access to the machine from the outside of the hut here in case you ever need to check on it. If all goes well, you never have to come down here. The next machine is a design by Rapscallion. I know it looks like a creeper exploded and blew half of it up, but trust me, this thing is mind-blowing. I will leave a link to his video in the description. He called it the fastest sorter in Minecraft, and that's not clickbait. It is the fastest sorter I have ever seen. It uses a crazy Minecraft mechanic where if you have several stacks of items floating in entity form, and you smack that entire thing, you knock out a stack of items based on the age of the item stack. It's so weird, and how he ever got the timing down to not only sort stacks of up to 64 items faster than Hopper speed, but to also do 2 stacks in parallel, it's just mind-blowing. He made this machine a couple years ago, and he even seemed to wonder where would be a good use case for a sorter this fast. Well, Mr. Rapscallion, we found a perfect use case. So then the next machine is again part of the same build by Rapscallion. This I will call the stack sorter, the last machine we will call the stack separator, and that first machine that pulls the items from the warehouse we will call the extractor. So the items go into the stack sorter down this water stream a stack at a time. The hoppers on both sides are the same item, so we can sort up to 128 items at a time. If the hopper which has a filter in it picks up an item, the slime block comes down and smacks the rest of the stack into the correct bin, and the item that was pulled out gets spit out of a dropper to join his friends at the bottom. Now looking at this machine you might freak out because of all the slime blocks you are going to need. I happen to make a slime farm in a slime chunk not far from my colony early on because I like making things from redstone, and you never have enough slime for sticky pistons. But if you haven't, the good thing is you can replace all these slime blocks on the top with honey blocks if that is easier for you. If you are building this in your colony, you are probably late game, and you have had your apiary up and running for a while collecting honey from 16 beehives, and you have honey bottles coming out your ears. But you will still need some slime, as every other item filter needs to alternate between slime and honey blocks so they don't stick together. I know this whole setup seems crazy big, but I have built this in modules. So the only piece that needs to be under the warehouse is the extractor. The other two need to be together, but they don't have to be underground. They can be in a building or something. And the stack sorters here, I have 17 of them. I have made it so that they are in sections of 3. So you can build 6, 9, 12 or 15 of them. Or even 24, 30, whatever. But that would be crazy. Right? The item filters going around the outside for the lower volume items are AB tileable item filters. I went with these over more standard double speed item filters because they allow for having only one item in the hopper to act as a filter, which is great for things like blaze rods, which you probably won't have a ton of, and they can also grab 63 items at a time out of the water steam to start processing that item, whereas the standard item filters can only grab 23 items at a time and need 41 of each item in the filter. In this test setup the items are in no particular order, but I will arrange them better so we have more room for the auto crafters to fit in between items that won't be packed into blocks. And I am just spitting them out randomly in groups of 3 items. That's not the final design. So that is the first 2 parts of this system. All we have left is to autocraft the items, set our par levels, so that if we want say 6 stacks of an item in the warehouse, keep it down. I'm still filming the YouTube video, guys. So like I was saying, if we get 8 stacks out of the warehouse and our par level is 6, we will hold the other 2 stacks, so that next time we run this, if we only get 4 stacks of that item, we will add the 2 from the last time, and send at least 6 stacks back to the warehouse. Oh, and we still have the small problem of getting all these items back into the warehouse before the colonists wake up. Stay tuned for that. I'm planning to explore and start new colonies. I'm really interested in that stalactite cave pack, and want to give that a try. I also want to build a very small colony, with just a few huts near my end portal, which is about 2,000 blocks away, and keep it supplied with excess items from this colony.
Good night.
It will be so much easier to start a colony, when I can have virtually any item I need delivered to me there. So if you are interested in seeing the completion of this project, or seeing any of my other solutions to common colony problems, please subscribe to my channel. If there are issues you are having and want to see how I am dealing with them, leave a comment below. And if you are interested in downloading any of the blueprints, leave a comment, and I will figure out how to post them somewhere when they are all done so you can grab them, and you can have your builder build them for you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video soon.